Hello and welcome to your daily love message from your person. My name's Liz and this is Guided by Angels. And I'm going to bring in 2 decks of cards for this reading. Well, 3 decks of cards because I'm going to bring in the masculine and the feminine energy oracle. And I have put these 2 decks together. So I am using this as one big deck right now. And this is a gorgeous pair of decks by Witchy Tarot. And I'm also going to bring in a deck by the amazing Bridget from Divine Essentials, the Counterpart Connections cards. So let's see what your person wants you to know, anything that's on their mind, anything they are learning and healing right now, and anything that you need to know for your journey too. And if you would like a personal reading with me, you can reach out to me at guidedbyangelsxo@gmail.com. So thank you, angels. What are they wanting to say to you today? What's on their mind? What are they going through? Wow, jump straight out then, that one. What are they going through? I still feel there's more. Look how these are coming out. Very powerful, clear messages. What else do they want to say? They're doing a lot of deep thinking. I feel they are really thinking about what they're going to say to you. And that's why they're coming out this way. So that's why they're coming out message after message after message. So they're getting to the point where they are able to completely put into words now and explain what's on their mind. What else do they want you to know? So that's the order I'm going to read them in, okay? What else do they want you to know? What else do they want you to know? I feel there's more cards. Still feel there's more cards. That one's coming out, getting my attention. What else do they want to say? Thank you, angels. Okay. So let's start with these cards then in order. So the first thing they want you to know is this. They're saying to you, I need some space right now. So that doesn't mean there's anything wrong. It just means they're working out what to say. They're working out what to do. They're processing how they feel. I just need some space right now. And if you see it that way, okay, no problem. It's fine. Now, if they just communicated that to you and said, hey, I just need some space. I just need a few days, or I just need a week to sort my head out, or let me come back to you when I'm ready. I'll contact you soon. You'd probably be like, no problem. I'm just going to get on with what I'm doing. You'd perhaps focus more on your career, your finances, your own stuff, maybe seeing your family, your friends, spending time with your children, whatever it is. But because of the way they do this, they don't say anything and then they disappear, they pull back, they ghost, they block, they behave that way. It brings up panic in you. And you're left thinking, what have I done? Why have they done this? Is it something I've done? What's wrong with the connection? What's wrong with me? So it makes you doubt the love and it makes you doubt yourself. So if they just actually did take a moment to communicate to you they need space, the journey would be a lot easier. But remember, we don't come here to have it easy. We come here to grow and evolve and transform. So if you recognise that when they are pulling back, it's because they need space. It's because they need a little bit of time to think and process and understand and work through the feelings and perhaps work things out to make decisions, then it's easy for you to understand what's going on. So instead of thinking, oh my God, where they've gone, think they just need a bit of space. And that's okay. So yes, it would be a lot easier if they actually communicated what they need to you and tell you what they're going to do. But because they don't usually do that, they pull back. And sometimes they don't do that either because you might try and talk them out of it. You might say, well, no, talk to me instead, or let me help with what you're going through. And a lot of them know that, so they have to come to their own conclusions. They have to work it out by themselves. They know that you'd be able to help them, and they know that you are there to guide and assist them. But remember, they also have angels and guides to do that too. So they also know it's part of their journey and mission to work things out for themselves. So they're just saying, I need some space right now, and that can create blocks, delays. It can create blocks in communication. And again, I feel they are preparing of what to say. So they need space sometimes to actually work out how to say what's on their mind and how to express what they're feeling and how to open up about it, because until they know how they feel inside, how can they actually put that into words? My life may appear to be put together, but I can assure you it's not. Now, you might think right now, if they are silent or distant or they're in space or they've pulled their energy back, that they don't care about you. And that's just not the case. You might think that they are happy and enjoying life, and that's just not the case. You might think that their life is put together, like they're okay where they are, they seem to have everything okay, and that's not it at all. They've just got very good at wearing a mask or disguising things through social media or by acting like they don't care, by being indifferent. And they've just got very good at hiding their emotions. And they're wanting you to know this. And I feel this is definitely so that you see beyond the physical. So if you've seen something that may have triggered you on social media, or maybe you've seen them out and about with a karmic partner, or you've been made aware of something, they're saying to you, it may seem that way. It may seem like my life is put together and I'm okay and I'm moving on and I'm doing fine, but I can assure you that's not the truth. The truth is, I just need some space. So it's not over between you. It's just a pause right now while they figure things out. Even if you're in contact right now and there's no separation between you, they may have pulled their energy back a little bit. And you may be thinking, what's going on? They just need a little bit of space to figure things out. They're saying to you, I'm sorry I held back, and I'm sorry I hold back my love for you. So I'm getting both energies, past and present. I'm sorry I held back my love, and I'm sorry I'm holding back my love for you. And this is another reason why they need some space to process this love, because it's so intense and so powerful. A lot of the times they don't know how to handle it or deal with it or to express it. So they're saying, I'm sorry. So apologising for having this space. They're apologising if it seems on social media like everything's wonderful. They're apologising because they're saying, I've been holding my love for you back. So they are saying to you, I have love for you. So this is really them telling you that they are in love with you. I'm in love with you. I love you. I have love for you. I hold this back. So a lot of them are guarded. And this can be for many, many reasons. It could be to do with fear, insecurities, wounding. But a lot of the time it's to do with them feeling unworthy of you. And it could also be because there's something stopping them from being all in with you. So they could be guarded because they're in a karmic relationship, or they don't want to tell you exactly how they feel until they can be all in with you. So they guard, they hold back, they shut down. So they're apologising for behaving that way. Again, they can't get the words out sometimes. And they're saying to you, it doesn't matter how things seem. It doesn't matter that I need space. There's not a day that goes by when you're not on my mind. So they're saying you're always on my mind. There's not a day that goes by when I'm not thinking about you. Not one day. Because they're thinking about you all the time, every second of every day, every moment of every day. So they're assuring you of that, because if you're thinking, oh, you've forgotten me, you've moved on, you don't care, because they may be indifferent, they're not really indifferent at all, remember, they're just wearing a mask. So they're saying to you, there's not a day that goes by. So think about how long you've been apart. And each of those days, they've thought of you. They've craved you, they've hungered for you, they've fantasized about you. They may have had dreams about you. They've been drawn back to you. And again, you might think, well, why haven't they taken action then? Surely they've had enough space by now. It's about understanding that time is illusion. And it takes as much time as it needs. This journey is under God's control, remember. So there's not a day that goes by when you're not on my mind. And they're saying to you, I'm working so hard to change. So they are doing the work here. So if you're feeling like you're doing everything and they are doing nothing, you might think, oh, they're just enjoying themselves, getting on with life. Maybe you've seen something on social media. Maybe they're out and about with friends. It's the weekend. And they're saying, no, I'm working hard to change, to remove all that came between us. So they're working hard to release themselves from karmic ties, karmic binds. They're working through their fears and challenges. They're dealing with their insecurities, their wounds, their family situation. They may be healing addictions. They may be getting more stability in their career, working on their finances. Whatever it is that's come in the way, they are working on healing that. And what I'm feeling with this as well is removing that silence, or breaking the silence, removing that gap. You know, the time they've needed that space. It's like they're saying, I'm going to bridge the gap now because I'm working hard to change, and I want to show you that I've changed, and I want to remove all that came between us, including space. So they're letting you know that that space between you won't last. Okay, that separation is temporary, that you're going to communicate again. They're saying it's just easier to say nothing and do nothing. In other words, it's risky to reach out. It's risky to speak their truth. It's risky to speak up in their lives and be authentic. It's risky. And there's fear. And it's scary. So saying it's easier to do nothing and say nothing, but it doesn't grow the soul, and it certainly doesn't bring in satisfaction. And that's why they're saying, I have no idea how to deal with my own emotions, never mind yours. So this is another reason why they may need space. So before I do the other cards, let me just go over these again, because what they're saying is, it may appear on the surface that I'm all put together, but I'm not. It's just easier to say nothing and do nothing. But even still, there's not a day that goes by when you're not on my mind. And I'm really sorry that I held that back from you and didn't tell you how I feel. I just need some space right now to work out how to deal with my own emotions. And that's another reason why they need space, because they say never mind yours. So if you start talking about your emotions and how you feel, that's even more pressure to them. And it's even more strugglesome for them. They're thinking, oh, I can't even handle this because I don't know how to handle what I'm going through inside. So I need some time to change and remove everything that came between us. So I definitely feel this is a huge sign about in time they are going to open up, and they are working through it right now. We've got the worms and the block drains, and if you watch the early reading, you'll understand what I mean by that. Things are building up. So they're also saying to you, I am harnessing my feminine energy. Now, the first thing I'm connecting with this is the feminine energy is the nurturing side of them, the emotions, the feelings, the love. And they're harnessing that, so they're learning how to sit with those emotions and how to process those emotions and how to harness them to express them. And this is also harnessing your energy, so they're also drawing from you. So if you feel you're being drained of energy and you're not sure why, maybe you're tired or you're feeling a bit depleted, it's because they're taking your light a bit like an energy vampire. Now, they're not doing it to cause problems or to hurt you in any way. It's just natural for them to connect with your energy. It's like it's natural for you to connect with God's light or the angels or to replenish yourself from source. They can replenish themselves with your source. So, of course, if you're feeling that light has been dimmed a little bit, you have to replenish it a bit more. A lot like when you're doing light work or you're doing your mission and purpose, you have to replenish your light and cut cords and shield yourself. So I feel they are harnessing your energy, your feminine energy. They are taking that light in, and that's giving them power. So ultimately you give them power. So shine your light bright, because that gives them power. And what I'm also feeling here is that you're harnessing your power from God, from the angels, from source. And they're saying, I love you. So if you're seeing the number 222, that's a huge sign that they do love you. That's the way they are communicating with you through numbers. And this is the way the universe is allowing you to communicate right now if there's no communication. So saying, I do love you. And I'm going to tell you that when I've harnessed the emotion in me and processed it to express it. And 444, wow. So numbers are speaking to the both of you here, and you may well be seeing these numbers. So the angels remind them that they're on the right path. Now, obviously, we know the number sequence 717 or 1717 as a sign of that. But if they're seeing 444, that's them being shown by the angels, you're on the right path. Now, if you're seeing 444, that's a reminder to you that you are protected by heaven. So they are being shown they're on the right path. They're making changes. And this is also a huge sign for you that they are doing the work. They are on the right path to you because they're forgiving themselves, and they need to do that. That's another reason why they pull back and need space to forgive themselves for the things they've put you through, the things they've said to you or not said to you, the way they've held the feelings back from you. And they've got to forgive themselves. They've got to forgive themselves if they've chickened out of making a decision or gone back into a situation or whatever it is they've done. I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. So they're forgiving themselves because they love you. And they are on a journey, remember, of self-discovery. So it's about remembering that. Remembering they're doing the best they can, that they are also innocent on this journey because they are learning just like you. So remember that and have faith. It's like the kitten that looks in the mirror and sees the lion looking back. One of our soul sisters sent me a picture of a baby eagle looking in the water and seeing the reflection of a fully grown eagle looking back. So remember, your person is growing and evolving, and they have shadows and they go through their own fears. So if you want to forgive them, if you're wondering how you can forgive them, think of their little self, their inner child. Think about them at 1 or 2 years old, and that will help you to forgive them, because it's only the ego that causes issues. We're either operating in love or fear. So take labels away like gaslighting and narcissist and all the other things. And remember, your person is operating in fear most of the time. When they are pulling away or being scared, You know, they're like a child. They're afraid of what they're feeling or making changes, or they're just afraid of the unknown. And they've got to harness that power, and that's your feminine energy, because you're in your power a lot there, to be able to move forward in their fully masculine self as the Emperor. Look at this, 333. I love this. Numbers 444, 333, 222. Solid master numbers coming through here. My prayers are being answered, and I am divinely guided. So they are praying for help, asking for help, even if they aren't consciously aware of it, subconsciously they are, and the prayers are being answered because they're being divinely guided. They're being shown signs about you and synchronicities, and they're being guided back to you. And look at this, 888, wow. Abundance is mine and my karma is repaid in kind. And what I'm feeling with this is going to be a sign for you that your journey is manifesting and that you're going to be repaid in kind for everything. They will be rewarded with you, and you will be rewarded with them. And all the karma will be balanced and restored, and you'll receive all the abundance you need. And I feel that's a message from the universe, because your energy is healing to me. And they know that. They know that your energy is healing to them physically and emotionally. It takes all the stress away. It helps them to feel better physically. So if they are dealing with aches and pains, for example, just a moment in your company takes that away. So you're a healer to them. And they may be blown away by that too. They may think, oh, you're magical, or you're like a goddess. You know, you're powerful, you are a healer, you are, you know, they may call you other names like a witch or a wizard, or it's like they're thinking, wow, you know, you've got power. And really it's them saying you are power, you are like a magician, you take the pain away. You take the emotional pain away. You take the physical pain away. And they crave that. That's why they're craving your light and love. That's why they crave your presence. It's like being in the sunlight. You know, sunlight has got vitamin D. It's very healing. And when you sit in the sun, it refreshes you, it replenishes you. And then when a big dark cloud comes over, it doesn't feel very nice. And that's how they feel when they're away from you. That dark cloud sometimes can bring in cool feelings and numbness, and it can bring in physical issues and all other things. So they want you to know that they are doing the work. They just need a little bit of space, and there's nothing wrong. And they are going to come forward and apologise for everything they've done. And you've got master numbers coming through today: 222, 333, 444, 888. You even got numbers like 717 or, you know, 1717. You're being shown through number sequences this love is real. So I feel they're being communicated with by the universe, by the angels and their guides through number sequences, numerical code, universal code, and they are starting to realise, whoa, these numbers are speaking to me. So the big message is clear, they're on the way. So don't worry about a bit of space. I hope this helps. Have a great day, and I'll see you soon.